how to take partial profit. Without wasting any of your time, let's just get straight into it. Now, before actually diving, let me kind of explain what partial profit means. Some of you might know, some of you might not. Partial profit simply means you want to take a little bit of your profit from your total profit. When you have a trade running, your profit is going to be in unrealized P&L. It's an unrealized profit, which means it is not yet your money until you close that position. You can be $100, $200 in profit. So far you have not closed that position, you haven't actually secured that money. Okay, now partial position is when you want to take a little bit out. Probably you are up $100 in profit and you're like, okay, let me take 50 out of this, and then leave the rest running to your full TP. This is a very important mechanism to apply, especially when you trade a very high risk to reward ratio. If you are trading 1:5, 1:6, 1:7, 1:8, 9, 10, and so on, you don't want your money to go very, very far. You are up like 1:5, 1:6, and then all you do is just move your stops to break even and then leave the money like that. Sometimes your take profit might be at 1:10, and then you move your stops to break even after achieving 1:6, and then it gets to 1:9 only to come down and stop you out at break even. That is a very, very terrible trading mindset. You need to be able to secure some profit. But if you do trade 1:2, 1:3, well, you might not really need to take partial profits in most cases, because if you do, it reduces your risk to reward ratio. But on trading 1:10, you taking partial profits still doesn't affect you much, because you're still going to make significant amount of money. But that way, it boosts your confidence after you've secured some profit out, and then you move your stops to break even, or even a little bit into profit, and then you allow the rest to run. So the market is unpredictable. Sometimes it can retrace, and in cases whereby it retraces to stop you out, you don't really feel bad, because you took some profit out. While you might really hate yourself after you've been up like 100, $200, and then the market just comes back and stop you out. You are like, why did you do this? So that is why the mechanism of using partial profit is very important. So straight in, how do you set a partial profit? You see, the first thing you need to understand is that you cannot set a partial profit in form of limit order. If you don't know how to create a limit order, you can check my other videos where I explained how to create a limit order. You need the position to be on and running. It needs to be running before you can set a partial profit. It is everywhere. You can't set a partial profit and just wait until the price triggers. Your position needs to be on. So for example, now let's say I'm taking a price of I want to buy. Solana is currently at 194 as at the time of making this video. So let's say you want to buy at 190, 190. You want to buy at 190. You can't say, okay, 5% of my portfolio. And then you see, when you're coming here to set your take profit, it shows here applicable to entire position. So it is not possible for partial profit. You can't. Whatever take profit and stop loss you're setting here is for the entire position. But we don't want that, because that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to teach you how to take partial profits and not entire position profit, which we all know. I assume we all know this. So in this case, since your position needs to be on and running before we can take any partial profit, so I need to buy at market price, because I don't have the time to sit and wait until a particular limit order triggers. We need to get it done right away. So I have to buy at market price, which is the whatever amount of that coin it is at the moment. So let's say I want to use 5% of my portfolio to buy, and the coin is currently at 194. Solana is currently at 194 as at the time of making this video. So stop loss probably at 190. And take profit. Okay, now take profit should be probably take profit should be around 220. Now, can you see this is a very high risk to reward ratio? That's why I didn't use 1:2 or something. A very high risk to reward ratio. So now my take profit is at 220. I'm buying at 195 or something and I want to sell at 220. You see, that's a very high risk to reward ratio. Now you click on confirm and then we long. Now the position is on and running. Okay, this trade I didn't make any analysis before taking this trade. Okay, so it is just for example purpose. It's not like I did any analysis on this. So now you come to order here. You can see entire position trigger price is what? 220, while my stop loss is at 190. So come here. Now that the position is up and running, we can now set in a partial profit. So set TP and SL. You see, we now have two places. We have the entire position and we have partial position. So your total take profit is 220. So expected profit is 13,356, right? You come to partial position. Now, you see, it's asking you how many percentage of quantity do you want to sell off at a specific given price. So now it's like you now want to set it in form of limit order, but before that limit order could be set, your position need to have been triggered first. So now that your position is triggered, we can set our partial position in form of a limit order. So let's say the total quantity I have is 515.9, right? So we have 50% now. 50% of my total position. I want to sell off 50% at what take profit price? Probably when it gets to 210. When it gets to 210, I want to secure this. So now expected profit out of my whole 13,000 something, I'm going to close 4,000 off. Then move my stops to break even and allow the rest to trail. So click on confirm. Now I have set a partial position. I have entire position here. I have partial position here. Look at it. It's going to be in the order section. So now I have two orders, the entire position and the partial position. Now, in cases whereby you are already in significant profit, because that is one way to set partial position. There are actually two ways. In cases whereby you are already in complete significant profit and you want to close immediately, some profit immediately, all you have to do is come to close by like this. Now wait, by default when you click on close by, it's automatically on 100%. So if you click confirm, it's going to close the whole position. You need to be careful. And so it shows the quantity. Okay, you want to close 50%, probably you're already in significant profit and you want to close half or some percentage immediately. You click on 50% like this instantly and then click on confirm. Can you see? Immediately it closed half of my position. Yes, I still have my order triggered, but it is not yet at that price. So it closed it immediately. And you can see that my position size reduced from 500 and something it was to 258. So those are the two ways you can set or you can take partial profits. You can set partial profit in form of limit orders. But in a summary, first things first, your position needs to be up and running before you can set a partial profit. Then the second thing is you can now set it in form of a limit order. So when it automatically gets to that price, the broker will sell it out for you, or you can close it immediately if you're already in significant profit. So it's the same in every other broker, be it Binance, Mexi, whatever broker you use. It's just probably a little bit of difference, but the mechanism is the same. Okay, your position needs to be up and running first, then you can set in your limit order to close your partial position or you can close it immediately. So if this video was really helpful for you, you can do me a favor by liking, sharing, dropping a comment on what you think, and also give me a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.